Welcome to day 26 of the daily vlog for the month of April, and today I decided I'm going to show you a program called ChapterByChapter that I use for writing. You'll find this program, this is free by the way, and it works with the MS Word 97 and after. It doesn't work with before that. It also doesn't really work with OpenOffice and some of the other word processors. You can, I think, edit files, but you can't like start, with the file. So it really is for MS Word. That's basically what I wanted to say. This also works with Super Note Card, which I'll go a little bit further. I don't have Super Note Card. That's another program, and it costs money, which I don't. But basically, you come to this site, and I will link this in the description. You go down a little bit to the Chapter by Chapter Setup 7. And this gets downloaded. Now I want to extract it. Now I have, this is 7-zip. There's different unzipping folders, but I'm going to extract this on the desktop. I'll just put new folder. Okay, so now it's extracted. It's here in the new folder. And you would click, this is an exe file, so I can go ahead and click it and it will install. So it's not really hard to do. Then you get this icon, which is, this is the chapter by chapter. And when you open it, the first thing will be is like, the book file doesn't exist. That's fine because we're going to be making one. You start by clicking book and new. Create new book, yes. And we'll just put my book of awesome. And then I'll put Sharon the fruit. I'm not going to put my last name. You can change the file format to RTF, TXT, or the DOCX, but I prefer the DOC. Sometimes when you're submitting to publishers, they want it in a different format. You have to kind of follow the guidelines. So I'm going to click yes. I don't particularly like putting things right on the C drive. I like to know exactly where they go. So we're going to go on desktop. I'm going to make a new folder. We'll just put my novel. Click OK. And then click finish. Okay. What this does, and you can see here on my desktop, it creates a CBC file. That's for the chapter by chapter. I'll get rid of all that. It has the 3-act structure. It also has a word count, so you'll be able to see your word counts. And what you want to do is to start is you want to click on the Act 1 and right-click the computer mouse and then click Add New Chapter. This is where you put your title. Okay, so this is an example of it can open OpenOffice. You can work with your files that way, but ultimately I do think you should use the MS Word. So we're going to change this. I'm going to go under Tools and Settings and Editors. And this, I'm going to find my MS Office. There we go with Word. Okay. Now, you can change this as you want. The default will be for MS Word. Okay, so now when I click on this, we're back with Microsoft Word. Now, what you need to do is you add this symbol. What that does is it keeps track of chapters, and I'll show this a little bit more, but it's kind of, when you first start your chapter, make sure that you put that there so that it's for later use, and I'll explain it. Just bear with me. I typed too fast. Okay, and then we save it. Now you see here where it's blue. Let me add another chapter. This will be chapter 2, and we'll just say something like monster attack. Okay, and again we're going to put the symbol. I'm just writing something down as an example. Click out of here. Right. Okay. So you can see here, this was the last one I worked on, and that was also one I was working on. Now you can leave it like here. Once you are done writing, you can see the color change. But you can always go back and say start writing. Now the reason you do this is like if you have say some 30, 50 chapters and you're not real happy with chapter 5, leave it in blue, and that way that indicates like, oh, I still have to work on that chapter. And I've actually had like a number of different chapters where, okay, I was happy with one chapter, so then I marked it done writing, and then other ones where I'm just like, okay, I have to add a scene or expand it, or there's just something not right with it. Then I can go back and work on it later. We're just going to leave it like that. Okay, so now this also allows you where you don't have to stay at the beginning. Say I want to work at the end scene, and we'll just put sad ending. Okay, make sure you put the symbol there. Now you can see here, so you don't have to write from beginning to end. You can write inside out. You can just focus on scenes, and it really helps with writer's block, because most of my writer block has to do with I get stuck on a scene. Well, with this, you don't have to get stuck on a scene. You simply move to something else. So, okay, so, but say this particular ending, or, well, it's not really ending. Say this scene doesn't become the ending. I add more, and I want it somewhere in the middle or the beginning. I simply click, and now I can drag it, and now I can move it in the middle. I can move it to here. I can move it up to the front. Okay, now the reason that you added this is because when you're shifting this around, it will keep track of the chapter numbers. Okay, so now the sad ending, which was originally down here, because of its location, is now chapter 1, right, if that makes any sense. Okay, so you might be wondering why the word counts aren't being kind of caught up. You kind of have to go up to update count. So you just click that, and there you have the word counts, and it will show you how many words are in each of these files. When you're done, you can click generate book, and what this does is it will take all these files, all of documents, and put them into one document. So it could be a single file that you can either print out or send electronically. Now what's also nice too is say I want to go to my novel folder. I don't have to click on the CBC file where where it opens this. I can actually just open the file individually and work on that as well. So they're separate. They're not. They're as long as they stay in the folder, they're part of the novel, and as long as it's kind of assigned to their to this program. But I find it's a very useful program, and this is basically how I use it. So if you like the video, don't forget to click the like button, share it with people that you think would find it interesting, and I guess that's all I wanted to share for today.